We live in an age of architectural miracles. We build skyscrapers that pierce the clouds and bridges that span miles of turbulent ocean. We have lasers that slice through solid steel like butter, cranes capable of lifting thousands of tons, and supercomputers that calculate structural stress down to the nanometer. By every metric of modern science, we are at the pinnacle of human capability. And yet, scattered across our planet, half buried in desert sands, or clinging to oxygen-starved mountain peaks, there are structures that shouldn't exist. Built thousands of years ago by civilizations with no electricity, no iron tools, no wheels, and no recorded system of advanced mathematics. These monuments present engineering problems that modern professionals openly admit they cannot solve. We're talking about stones weighing over 1,000 tons, moved across impossible terrain with precision that would challenge a SpaceX logistics team. Walls assembled without a drop of mortar, fitted so tightly that a single human hair cannot fit between the blocks, and temples carved from the top down into solid volcanic rock with zero margin for error. These aren't just mysteries for late-night television. These are hard physical anomalies that defy our understanding of the human timeline. Today we are counting down the top 7 ancient monuments built with impossible technology. Stay with us until the very end, because our number one spot is a structure so mathematically perfect that after 4,500 years of study, we are still arguing over how and why it was built. Before we dive into the mystery, do us a favor. Drop a comment below telling us where in the world you are watching from and exactly what time it is for you right now. We want to see just how far across the globe these ancient secrets reach. Number 7. The Antikythera Mechanism, Greece. In 1901, off the coast of the tiny Greek island of Antikythera, sponge divers discovered a Roman shipwreck. Among the marble statues and wine amphorae, they pulled a corroded, calcified lump of bronze from the seafloor. It looked like a discarded rock. It was ignored for decades, but when scientists finally put this rock under X-ray, the world of archaeology was shaken to its core. Inside were over 30 interlocking bronze gears. This was the oldest known complex gear system in human history. When reconstructed, it turned out to be an analog computer, a hand-cranked machine that could calculate the positions of the sun, the moon, and the 5 planets known to the Greeks. It predicted eclipses with terrifying accuracy and tracked the 4-year cycle of the Olympic Games. The impossible tech. The device dates back to 100 BC. At that time, the most advanced tech was supposed to be simple pulleys and levers. Yet this machine uses differential gearing, a technology that wouldn't reappear in the Western world until the 18th century. It is a glitch in history. Where is the prototype? Where are the machines that cut these gears? It's as if a modern laptop was found in the tomb of a medieval knight. It proves that the ancients possessed a level of mechanical precision we thought was impossible for their era. Number 6. The Kailasa Temple, India. Most monuments are built stone by stone, rising from the earth toward the sky. The Kailasa Temple at Ellora was built in the exact opposite direction. Carved from a single mountain of solid basalt, the builders started at the very peak and excavated downward. They didn't just dig a hole, they sculpted a 100-foot-tall, freestanding cathedral out of the living rock. The engineering nightmare. An estimated 200,000 tons of volcanic rock were removed, not with dynamite, but with hand chisels and hammers. Every pillar, every ornate staircase, and every life-size statue of elephants and lions was part of the same original mountain. Here is why engineers lose sleep over Kailasa. When you build upward, you can fix a mistake. A broken stone can be replaced, but when you carve downward, every strike of the hammer is permanent. One wrong move, one crack in the basalt, and the entire 80-meter-long structure would be ruined. This requires a 3D architectural plan so perfect that the builders knew exactly where the floor would be, 100 feet below, before they even touched the roof. Even with modern CAD software, carving this from the top down today would be a high-risk, multi-billion-dollar gamble. Number 5. Göbekli Tepe, Turkey. On a quiet hilltop in southeastern Turkey lies a site that has forced historians to tear up their textbooks. Göbekli Tepe is 12,000 years old. To put that in perspective, it is twice as old as Stonehenge, and 7,000 years older than the pyramids. It was built at the end of the last ice age by people who, according to every historical record, were primitive hunter-gatherers. They had no metal, no pottery, and no agriculture. The impossible tech. Despite having no permanent villages, these primitives quarried and moved T-shaped limestone pillars, weighing up to 20 tons. They decorated them with high-relief carvings of foxes, lions, and scorpions that show a sophisticated understanding of animal anatomy and artistic composition. How does a society with no organized government or food surplus coordinate hundreds of workers to move massive stones? Göbekli Tepe proves that organized religion and monumental engineering came before farming, not after. We found the 0 point of civilization, and it's far more advanced than we ever imagined. We are halfway through, and the scale is about to get much larger. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the impossible, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Last time we had viewers from 45 different countries. Let's see if we can hit 60 today. Which of these sites has shocked you the most so far? Tell us in the comments. Number 4, Pumapunku, Bolivia. At 12,800 feet above sea level, in the thin air of the Bolivian Andes, lie the ruins of Pumapunku. This site is famous for its H-blocks, stones so precisely cut that they look like they were manufactured in a factory rather than carved by hand. The material challenge. The blocks are made of red sandstone and andesite. Andesite is incredibly hard. It's a volcanic rock that is nearly impossible to cut without diamond-tipped tools. Yet the Tiwanaku culture, which had no iron or steel, cut these stones with right angles so perfect they measure exactly 90.0 degrees. The surfaces are laser flat, and the drill holes are of uniform depth and diameter. Most mysterious of all are the interlocking joints. The stones fit together like a 3D puzzle with tolerances so tight that no mortar is used. Today we would use CNC machines to achieve this. The Tiwanaku did it with stone hammers and bronze chisels, which scientifically speaking shouldn't be able to scratch andesite. How they achieved a machine finish 1,000 years ago remains one of engineering's greatest enigmas. Number 3, Baalbek, Lebanon. In the Bekaa Valley of Lebanon stands the Temple of Jupiter. It's a Roman masterpiece, but the Romans didn't build the foundation. They built on top of a platform of stones so massive that they dwarf anything the Roman Empire ever moved. The heavy lift mystery. The foundation contains the trilithon, 3 stones weighing approximately 800 tons each. But that's not even the biggest part. In a nearby quarry sits the Stone of the Pregnant Woman, a block weighing 1,000 tons. And just a few years ago, archaeologists found a third block beneath it, weighing a staggering 1,650 tons. To give you an idea of the scale, moving a 1,650-ton stone today would require the world's most powerful specialized hydraulic trailers and months of preparation on a perfectly flat, reinforced road. The ancients moved these stones uphill, across uneven terrain, and fitted them into a wall with surgical precision. We have no record of the cranes, the ropes, or the logic used to handle such weight. The Romans saw these stones and were so humbled they built their greatest temple on top of them. But they never even tried to move stones that large themselves. Number 2, Sacsayhuaman, Peru. Overlooking the city of Cusco is the fortress of Sacsayhuaman. It features 3 tiers of zigzagging walls built from limestone blocks, some weighing over 120 tons. The precision of giants. These stones aren't just big, they are irregular. They aren't squares or rectangles. They are multi-sided polygons with as many as 12 angles. Each stone is custom fitted to its neighbors like a giant, heavy jigsaw puzzle. The joints are so tight that you cannot slide a razor blade or a credit card between them. There is no mortar. The stones stay together through sheer friction and perfect fit. Modern stonemasons have tried to replicate this using Incan tools, stone-on-stone grinding, and estimated it would take months of constant labor just to fit one stone. Sacsayhuaman has thousands. Furthermore, these walls are earthquake-proof. When massive tremors hit Peru, the stones dance. They move slightly and then settle back into their original, perfect position. Spanish colonial buildings have collapsed multiple times in Cusco, but the Incan walls haven't moved an inch in 500 years. Number 1, the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt, It is the only survivor of the seven wonders of the ancient world. For 3,800 years, it was the tallest structure on Earth. It is composed of 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. The mathematical impossible. If the Great Pyramid was built in 20 years, workers would have had to quarry, transport, cut, and perfectly place one block every 2.5 minutes, 24 hours a day, for 20 years. But the speed isn't the mystery, it's the precision. The pyramid is aligned to true north with an accuracy of within 3/60ths of a degree. It is more accurately aligned than the Meridian building at the Greenwich Observatory in London. Its base is level to within 0.75 inches across 13 acres. Inside, the King's Chamber is built from 80-ton granite beams that were transported 500 miles from Aswan and lifted 150 feet into the air. If you take the perimeter of the pyramid and divide it by twice its height, you get the number pi to several decimal places. If you take the height and multiply it by 1,000,000,000, you get the approximate distance from the Earth to the Sun. Was this luck? Or did the ancients possess a mathematical and geographical understanding of the Earth that we are only now rediscovering? Every modern engineer who studies Giza leaves with the same conclusion. We know who built it, we know when they built it, but in our hearts we still don't know how. The more we learn about these ancient sites, the more we realize that our ancestors weren't just primitive people struggling to survive. They were masters of a technology we have either forgotten or never fully understood. From the gears of Greece to the machine-cut stones of the Andes, these monuments are a testament to a level of human genius that defies the timeline of history. Which of these 7 sites do you think is the most impossible? Is it the precision of the pyramids or the sheer weight of the stones in Baalbek? Let us know in the comments below. I read every single one. If you made it this far, you're clearly a fan of the unexplained. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and get ready for our next video, where we're going somewhere even more dangerous. See you in the next one.